So this here is the passenger side, and what I've been using to actually guide myself and kind of use it as a template is this 9/32 socket that fits in this trim line perfectly. And what I've been doing is making sure that I have this fitting in properly, the same as the other side, and it's kind of helping me take down more material and making sure that I can kind of take this nice and slow, making sure this fits in beautifully when I go ahead and tack it in there. So I'm actually going to leave it in as I tack to make sure that this doesn't shift when I actually do throw some weld on it, because it may heat up and start tightening some spots. But this has kind of helped me guide things so far, and I'm actually going to keep on maybe just cleaning up some things here, but this is almost ready for some welding. Given this kind of a good scrub down, cleaned it up, and I threw a layer of POR 15 on there. And the same thing with the back of this piece. I did have a hole actually that kind of did rot through with some rust, but I went ahead and threw a layer of POR 15, then I put a layer of epoxy putty, which is kind of overkill here, but then another layer of POR 15. And now I can actually get ready to start trying to weld this piece in here. And one last thing, guys, this window is already cracked, so if you were to do a similar repair like this, I would definitely recommend putting some type of fire retardant cloth over this to protect this windshield from splatter, because even from just the welds that I did over here, there is a lot of splatter that's stuck inside the glass, so, and also it could crack. Rounding off this corner nicely, making sure it kind of lines up nicely and it's nice and smooth. It's looking pretty good. So that's how we're looking. Everything came out quite nice. A little hot at one point when I was welding, that it kind of created a small little valley here, so I wasn't really able to grind that down fully, but it's enough that when Bondo or filler goes over top of that, it should hide that beautifully. This is nice and smooth. I'm really liking how this came out. So that's gonna wrap up this episode, guys. I know it was very short, but it was more or less just the final update of bodywork before I go ahead and throw down epoxy primer, which is gonna be tomorrow. So do stay tuned for another episode, guys, in a couple days. And lastly, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can be the first ones to see what this car looks like when it's primed.